In this video, we'll be taking a look at two college football games happening on October 22nd, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these two college football games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Middle Tennessee versus Delaware. It has been a long and difficult season for the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. They now travel to Newark, Delaware, for their first ever meeting with the Delaware Blue Hens in a Conference USA matchup at Delaware Stadium. The Blue Raiders are looking to keep their faint bowl hopes alive. Middle Tennessee State has struggled this year, winning only 1 of 6 games played. They are 2-4 against the spread. Delaware has also hit a rough patch with 2 straight losses. Still, the Blue Hens are stronger on both sides of the ball. The Blue Raiders have one of the lowest ranked offenses in the country, scoring just 17 points per game. On average, they lose by 12.5 points per contest. The Blue Raiders have dropped 4 of their last 5 games, while Delaware has won half of its first 6. Delaware holds the advantage in this matchup because of its more efficient offense, highlighted by one of the best passing games in the nation. The Blue Hens can also rely on their ground game when necessary. Middle Tennessee's defense has not been effective, especially against the pass. This opens the door for Delaware to test them through the air. Middle Tennessee faces a tough challenge keeping up on offense. The team ranks near the bottom in rushing production but finds some rhythm through the air. Delaware's defense has its weak spots, but it will not need to overcommit to stopping the pass. That allows the Blue Hens to maintain pressure on quarterback Vattiato and force errors. With Delaware quarterback Minicucci spreading the ball among multiple receivers, and Silver and Ellison capable of finishing drives on the ground, the Blue Hens have more ways to score. They have 13 sacks and 4 interceptions this season. The Blue Raiders' offensive line has struggled, with several players listed as questionable, and a quarterback who has been sacked 15 times, part of 20 total team sacks allowed. Middle Tennessee has failed to establish a run game, ranking 134th with 82.8 yards per game and 127th with 3.2 yards per carry. If Delaware can avoid the slow starts that hurt them at Jacksonville State and produce more efficiently on early downs, the matchup appears favorable at home. As our first pick for this matchup, the Delaware Fighting Blue Hens to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Middle Tennessee urgently needs momentum. Although the record looks poor, 3 of its last 4 games have been decided by 1 score, with the Blue Raiders going 1-2 straight up in those contests. Their lone victory came in a 14-13 win at Nevada on September 13th. Most recently, they suffered a narrow 22-20 loss to Missouri State that could have shifted their season. The under has hit in their past 2 games, and the defense has held opponents to 24 or fewer points in 3 of the last 4. Delaware stands at 3-3 overall and 1-2 in conference play. The Blue Hens are still transitioning to the Football Bowl subdivision level, but a 6-win season could make them bowl eligible if there are not enough qualifying teams. Their recent losses came against Western Kentucky and Jacksonville State, 2 of the stronger Conference USA programs. The under has hit in 2 of their past 3 games and in 4 of 6 overall. Middle Tennessee has played under the total in 3 of its last 4 games. Delaware has done the same in 2 of its last 3. The Blue Raiders average 17 points per game, passing on 61% of plays with the 37th best aerial attack in the nation. They face a Delaware defense ranked 83rd against the pass, allowing 27 points per game over its last 3 outings. The Blue Hens score an average of 28.8 points per game, throwing the ball 57% of the time with the 6th best passing offense in the country. They face a Middle Tennessee defense ranked 75th against the pass and giving up 26.3 points per game on the road. This matchup should not turn into a defensive grind in Newark, yet the total line sits high, given Middle Tennessee's scoring struggles and its capable defense. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Missouri State versus New Mexico State. The Missouri State Bears travel west to take on the New Mexico State Aggies in Las Cruces on Wednesday night. After being completely outmatched in their season opener at USC, where they fell 73-13, the Bears have managed to regroup and find stability. They earned solid road wins at Marshall and Middle Tennessee, bringing their record back to an even 3-3. In their most recent outing, they edged Middle Tennessee 22-20 but failed to cover as a 2.5-point favorite. Since that lopsided loss at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, the under has hit in 5 straight games, showing that the Bears have tightened up defensively and slowed their pace offensively. New Mexico State, like Missouri State, enters this matchup with a 3-3 record. Both teams view this game as a pivotal one for bowl eligibility. Missouri State's path to a postseason berth would require open slots, as the team is in transition to the Football Bowl subdivision level, yet it remains in contention based on performance. The Aggies have been dominant at home, winning all 3 of their games in Las Cruces. Their most recent home outing was a convincing 37-10 win over Sam Houston on October 2nd. Against FBS opponents, New Mexico State is 2-0 against the spread at home and has covered in its last 2 games overall. In their latest outing, the Aggies started slowly on the road against Liberty and lost momentum early due to a pair of fumbles. Even with those setbacks, the offense produced 388 total yards, 23 first downs, and converted 10 of 17 third down attempts. The defense also performed well, forcing 3 turnovers and limiting Liberty to just 3 of 10 on third down conversions. Despite the early mistakes, the Aggies have shown offensive growth in recent weeks, scoring 64 total points across their last 2 games after a slow start to the year. Missouri State, meanwhile, has had time to rest and reset since its last game on October 8th. That layoff could work in either direction, offering recovery or creating rust. The Bears and Aggies share identical records this season, but New Mexico State has been flawless at home, showing balance on both sides of the ball. The Bears, on the other hand, rank outside the top 100 nationally in both offensive and defensive metrics. They have been outscored by an average of 8 points per game, making their position as a road favorite in this matchup questionable. As our first pick for this matchup, the New Mexico State Aggies to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Missouri State tends to rely on big plays rather than consistent drives, which often leads to empty possessions and field goals instead of touchdowns. The Bears' offensive rhythm has been uneven, limiting their ability to sustain long series. New Mexico State has been steady but not explosive, averaging 24 points per game while leaning heavily on its rushing attack to dictate pace and possession. Both defenses have shown strength in containing the run and forcing opponents to march the full length of the field to score. Given these factors, this contest shapes up as a low-scoring, methodical battle rather than a fast-paced offensive shootout, keeping the total below expectations. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed, subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.